Imagine this. You're in the middle of a conversation when suddenly tensions rise. Voices get louder, heart rates quicken, the room feels suffocating as emotions spin out of control. It's a moment of discontrol, when emotional overwhelm hijacks our ability to think clearly and act rationally. But here's the good news. While discontrol can seem chaotic and consuming, it doesn't have to stay that way. In today's video, we'll explore how to stabilize yourself and help others when emotions are spiraling out of control. By the end, you'll have practical tools to turn emotional chaos into calm clarity. Before we dive into strategies, we need to understand what discontrol actually is. Discontrol refers to moments when we lose our grip on emotional regulation. It's when emotions like anger, fear, or anxiety take over, leaving us feeling powerless. The brain's fight-or-flight response kicks in, often leading us to say or do things we regret later. This response is rooted in our biology. During moments of high stress, the amygdala, the brain's emotional center, hijacks the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for logical thinking, problem-solving, and self-control. When this happens, we shift from deliberate, thoughtful responses to impulsive, emotionally driven reactions. It's like being in survival mode. Our brain is focused solely on protecting us from perceived threats, real or imagined. Understanding this process is crucial because it helps us realize that discontrol isn't a sign of weakness or failure. It's simply the brain's natural response to overwhelming stimuli. The key to crisis resolution is learning how to reverse this emotional hijacking and regain control. The first step in any crisis resolution is stabilizing yourself. If you're in discontrol, helping someone else will be nearly impossible. You need to create a foundation of calm for yourself first, before you can extend that to others. So, how do you ground yourself when emotions are running high? 1. Pause and breathe. One of the simplest yet most powerful tools we have is our breath. In stressful moments, our breathing becomes shallow and rapid, which fuels the stress response. But by intentionally slowing our breath, we signal to the brain that it's time to calm down. Try this. Breathe in deeply through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale slowly through your mouth for 6. Repeat until you feel your heart rate slow and your body relax. This breathing technique, often called box breathing, activates the parasympathetic nervous system, helping counter the stress response. Two, check your body language. Our bodies are directly linked to our emotional state. When we're stressed, we may unconsciously tense up. Our shoulders rise, our fists clench, our posture becomes rigid. These physical reactions reinforce the stress cycle. Take a moment to scan your body. Are your shoulders up by your ears? Is your jaw clenched? Are your hands balled into fists? By consciously relaxing these tension points, dropping your shoulders, unclenching your fists, straightening your posture, you send a powerful message to your brain. I'm safe. I'm in control. This technique is called somatic feedback, the idea that by changing your physical state, you can influence your emotional state. A relaxed body leads to a relaxed mind. 3. Name the emotion. When emotions run high, they can feel overwhelming and chaotic. But naming the emotion you're feeling, whether it's anger, fear, or frustration, can actually reduce its intensity. This process, known as affect labeling, engages the prefrontal cortex, helping to regulate the emotional surge triggered by the amygdala. Say to yourself, I'm feeling anxious, or I'm feeling angry. Acknowledging what you're feeling helps you start regaining control over your emotional state. It's not about suppressing the emotion, but about bringing it into your conscious awareness so you can handle it more effectively. 4. Visualize calm. Visualization is another powerful tool for stabilization. Close your eyes and picture a place where you feel safe and calm, a serene beach, a quiet forest, or a peaceful room. Engage all your senses. What do you see, hear, and feel? By mentally transporting yourself to a calming place, you help reset your nervous system. You can also use visualization to imagine yourself handling the situation calmly and with control. Picture yourself responding thoughtfully rather than reactively, and this mental rehearsal can actually help guide your behavior in real-life situations. Helping others in discontrol. Once you've stabilized yourself, the next step is supporting others who might be in a state of discontrol. It's important to remember that when someone is emotionally overwhelmed, they're not in a space to think rationally or listen to logical advice. What they need in the moment is to feel understood and supported. Here's how you can be an anchor of calm for someone in crisis. 1. Stay calm and present. Your calmness can have a powerful, grounding effect on someone who is in discontrol. If you respond with agitation or frustration, it will only escalate the situation. Instead, stay composed. Speak in a steady, calm tone and maintain open, non-threatening body language. Your presence matters. Sometimes all it takes is being there, sitting quietly with someone, making them feel that they're not alone. Even without words, your calm energy can help de-escalate the emotional intensity of the moment. Simple, supportive phrases like, "I'm here for you," or "Take your time, I'm listening," can make a world of difference. It shows that you're available, patient, and ready to help when they're ready to communicate. 2. Validate their emotions. When emotions run high, people often feel misunderstood or dismissed. One of the most effective ways to help someone regain control is by acknowledging their emotions. Instead of trying to solve their problem immediately or minimizing their feelings, start with validation. Say something like, "I can see that you're really upset," or "It's okay to feel overwhelmed." Validation doesn't mean you have to agree with their viewpoint. It simply means you recognize and respect their emotional experience. When someone feels heard and understood, it can diffuse emotional tension and open the door to a more constructive conversation. 3. Set boundaries when necessary. While it's important to be compassionate, there may be moments when setting boundaries is necessary, especially if the person's behavior becomes destructive or harmful. Boundaries are crucial for creating a safe environment, for them and for you. Communicate your boundaries calmly but firmly. You might say, "I understand you're upset, but I can't allow you to shout or act aggressively." This approach helps maintain a sense of control and safety without dismissing their emotions. 4. Offer solutions, but don't force them. Once the person starts to calm down, gently offer solutions. Ask them if they'd like help brainstorming ways to move forward, but don't rush to problem solving. Sometimes people just need to vent before they're ready to think about solutions. Phrases like, "Would it help if we talked about next steps?" or "I'm here to support you however you need," give them the space to process while offering your help when they're ready. Crisis resolution doesn't stop when the immediate crisis ends. To prevent future emotional overwhelm, we need to build emotional resilience, both in ourselves and in others. Here are some ways to strengthen your emotional foundation. 1. Develop emotional awareness. The first step to resilience is emotional awareness. Regularly check in with yourself. Whether through journaling, meditation, or simply pausing to reflect, becoming more mindful of your emotions is crucial. When you understand your emotional triggers, you can prepare for those moments and react more effectively. 2. Cultivate healthy coping mechanisms. Stress is inevitable, but how we cope with it makes all the difference. Develop healthy coping mechanisms like exercise, creative outlets, or talking to a trusted friend. These activities can help you navigate tough emotions before they spiral into discontrol. Incorporating stress management techniques into your daily routine can significantly lower the overall stress you carry, making you less vulnerable to moments of discontrol. 3. Practice self-compassion. When discontrol happens, it's easy to fall into self-criticism, but that only intensifies emotional overwhelm. Practice self-compassion by recognizing that everyone loses control at times. Treat yourself with the same kindness and patience you'd offer a close friend in a similar situation. Self-compassion isn't about letting yourself off the hook, but about acknowledging your humanity. It's an essential part of emotional resilience. 4. Engage in regular stress relief practices. Regular stress relief activities such as yoga, meditation, or deep breathing exercises can help keep your nervous system balanced. These practices train your body and mind to stay calm under pressure, reducing the likelihood of discontrol in the future. Even 5 minutes a day of mindful breathing or simple meditation can have a profound effect on how you handle stress in your daily life. Crisis resolution isn't about eliminating emotions altogether. Emotions are part of the human experience. But by learning to stabilize ourselves and others, we can navigate moments of discontrol with grace and clarity. The path from chaos to calm begins with a single breath, a single choice. With the right tools, you can be that stabilizing force for yourself and for those around you. Thank you for watching Mind Matters. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing and sharing it with someone who might need it. Take care of your mind. It matters.